In this video, I'm going to be talking about 6 things that relate to health and fitness that changed my life. Okay, I hated that opening. Let's try that again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 6 changes that I made to my health and fitness routine that totally changed my life. All right, number 1, I changed when I exercise. When I was much younger, I used to wait until after I got home from work, and then, I'd come home, you got to take off your clothes, you got to have that time where you sort of let it all out, grab something to eat, and then I would go back to the gym. And so usually I would only work out maybe 2 or 3 times during the week, and then I would run on the weekend. The moment I changed my workout from the evening after work when I was tired and done to first thing in the morning, I became more consistent because it was at the beginning of my day. I was not already feeling burned out or tired or just like exhausted and just wanting to go home and just climb into the bed. No, once I made it the first thing that I did in the morning, it was, number 1, a lot easier for me to be consistent about it, okay? Number 2, I just felt better afterward because it was like, hey, other people would just be getting up and I'd already checked the box on my workout. And number 3, I felt energized a lot earlier in the day. So when I wake up and go ahead and have my workout and go for my run or get my walk in, I feel alert faster earlier in the morning than I do when I wait until the end of the day or whenever. Let's just say when I don't work out in the morning, I'm like walking around like a zombie for the first hour. How about you? You probably do it too. The second thing I did was I added home exercise equipment. So before I had like a treadmill at home, dumbbells at home, exercise band, just my own little fitness stuff that I could use. It was always either I had to be at the gym or I had to be outside. And so think about that for a second. If it's pouring or raining, or if there's snow and ice on the ground, you're not driving in it to go to the gym, and you're not running in it because, hey, that really doesn't work and you could easily slip and fall and hurt yourself. And so those were like immediately off the list. And so once I added in the treadmill at home and just having these other pieces of equipment around, it made it more likely that when all that other stuff was going on, guess what? I could still get my workout in. I didn't have to depend on the gym, or I didn't have to wait to make sure the weather was perfect, because I don't know about you, but I don't really go outside when it's like 15 degrees. I don't do that. So I had no excuse now. It was so convenient. If I happened to be up late one night and was just feeling like really energetic and was just like, hey, let me do just a 15-minute walk to just sort of, relax and have a moment at the end of the day, I could do that. I didn't have to worry about it being outside and people running me over and the gym would be closed. So yes, having some gear at home, even if it's not a treadmill, even if it's just, hey, I got my ab roller and I got some dumbbells, that is something that you can do. A yoga mat, you can be stretching and you don't have to have anything else. So that was definitely something that made it more likely that I would fit fitness in pretty much every day. The third thing is going to sound really, really selfish, but it's not. It's sort of this, when you're in the airplane and they say, make sure you put on your face mask before you try to put on someone else's. So it is totally about making sure you take care of yourself first before you try to take care of other people. So I know a lot of people work out better with buddies. I don't. I'm married, I have a daughter, but I don't necessarily try to incorporate my fitness lifestyle or my health lifestyle into what we do as a family. There have been times when we've gone for family walks. We used to do that when my daughter was a lot younger. Every day after dinner we would go for a family walk. But that did not take the place of me personally taking responsibility for my health and fitness. And so I don't depend on, oh, I'm waiting for my husband to get home before we go for a walk. Oh, I'm waiting for my friend or my daughter. I am committed to taking care of my health because It is nobody else's responsibility, it is mine. And so I don't sit back and wait for other people. I go ahead and get it done. So there are no excuses, so-and-so didn't show up, or, you know, and what I'm talking about is very different from having a buddy or an accountability partner. I'm seeing sometimes that people use other people that they have personal relationships with as a way to get out of working out. You know, well, we had to do this at home, or, you know, we were gonna do it, but then he got held up. Well, guess what? You didn't get held up. You could have gone ahead and gone for a walk. So don't use other people as your crutch. Focus on your health, because guess what? It's your health. But that totally keeps me in the program and keeps me going, because I don't worry about what other people are doing. Next, this was not like something I really planned. Like, I did not say to myself, I am going to start to eat less meats. It just happened over time. I actually took a nutrition course when I was in college, and so I actually have a science background. And so, you know, I learned all about nutrients and counting calories and macros and all of those things. But I never sat down and said, I'm going to eat less meat. I'm going to have less meat in my diet. I'm going to make sure I focus more on, you know, healthy fruits and vegetables. It was just something that I shifted toward, and now I've sort of made it more of a staple. So for instance, during the winter, I will eat more oranges. During the spring, I will eat more strawberries. Like, I will have strawberries and blueberries in my yogurt. In the summer, you see me like gouging down on watermelon. You can go back and look at some of my old videos, and I'm like in the kitchen talking to you while I'm cutting up a watermelon. And so I try to put those things in my diet right along with the time that they're like available, so that I'm not really buying stuff out of season. However, I will buy and eat fruits and vegetables out of season. But yes, I do tend to eat more fruits and vegetables now, and a lot less meat-based products. It's just something that I've shifted away from. So very rarely do I like fry foods myself. Very rarely do I should just go down the list. Like, you will never see me eating meatloaf. I'm just like, that is like a cow on a plate. It's just not gonna happen. However, I might have a steak every now and then. Same thing, right? But it's just generally not something I eat a lot of. If I do eat more meat, then it does tend to be poultry. I'll have poultry, I'll have fish, yeah. And, you know, there was that time when, you know, Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A and Bojangles are always a thing, but generally I don't really fry either. But yeah, so I lean heavily towards fruits and vegetables, and that has really helped me sort of maintain my weight and just sort of make sure that I'm getting in the nutrients that I need to get in. All right, number 5, I started focusing a little bit more on what I was wearing when I worked out. And, you know, it's two things here. One was about function, and the other was about like caring enough to look good for myself. And so let me speak to the function piece first, because if what you're wearing doesn't work for the workout that you're getting ready to do, you're just gonna get discouraged and frustrated. You're not gonna come back and wanna do it again. And so you really should take the time to invest in some workout attire that is going to work with whatever it is you're doing. So if you're a runner, something that works well for you if you're running. All right, my cell phone just got interrupted by my mom, so I have to call my mom back. But I'm gonna try to back up to where I was. So I'm a girl with thighs. Yes, thighs, I have those. And so when you're running, depending upon what you wear, like, here's the deal. If I've got on shorts, depending upon what kind of shorts they are, they start to rub together, and then they like gather between the thighs. And then if you're running for a really long time, they start to get sweaty and sticky. And who wants to run for very long if you're constantly tugging at your shorts? And so I stopped wearing shorts when I was running a long time ago. Like, I don't do that. I might wear shorts when I'm walking, but I do not wear shorts when I'm running. I will wear tights, or I will wear leggings or something. The other thing that I'm concerned about is just the chafing of my thighs too. Sometimes that will happen. Like, all of that is just not a good thing. So you might have to put like some petroleum jelly on, or some gel or something that helps with that, because that is just horrible. and you want to make sure that your clothes have a good fit. And so I have a couple pair of leggings. I love them to death, but I'm constantly pulling them up when I'm running in them, and I'm like, oh, this is killing me. Again, you want really good function for what it is you're trying to do. Now, if I'm at the gym and I'm just getting on the elliptical, for instance, I might wear a tank top that has a built-in bra that might not be that supportive, because guess what? I'm only on the elliptical, versus if I'm on the treadmill or if I'm outside running, I have to have some support for the girls, because the girls are going to want to bounce and I need to make sure I have really good support for them. So in that case, I'm going to wear a real sports bra as opposed to some sort of shelf bra or a liner that is in that tank top. So again, it's about the function with that, with what you're wearing. That was number one. That was the number one part of that. The second part of that is, well, I also want to look cute to myself. You know, I want to feel like I'm taking care of myself, and I have on my little cute outfit and my shoes, and everything works well and it fits well, and I'm looking well because I'm taking care of myself so that I can be well. And it's sort of like the whole package. It's all about this sort of health and fitness and taking care of myself and looking good for myself and increasing my confidence so that every day I go back out there and I'm committed to being like the best me I can be. And so those two things, the function and the look, sort of goes into, you know, why I made this shift toward really being committed to that, because I wanted to be able to complete the workout and I wanted to feel good about myself afterwards, because I'd done what I wanted to do. So that was definitely something that sort of shifted for me in terms of, hey, this is more of a lifestyle. Like, I am investing in good shoes. I'm investing in quality clothing, like a good sports bra, because I'm committed to that sort of healthy and fit lifestyle. And that really sort of changed a lot for me. And then number 6, okay, this is one of those feel-goody ones, but you know, you're going to run into all kinds of struggles when you're on your healthy and fit journey. You know, it's like I'm trying to, you know, maybe decrease my body fat, or I'm really working on eating right and getting my cholesterol levels down, or I have weight that I'm working on because it's really been causing some issues with my knees. And so everybody has their own personal journey. And so, you know, one of the things I try to do is to remember that I'm doing this for me and be committed to me, and to make sure that I have the motivational quotes that I need, the affirmations that keep me going, because sometimes you can get sidetracked by, you know, what you see out in the world and feel like, well, gosh, I'm never going to get to that point, because you're like comparing yourself to some other person instead of comparing yourself to your best you. And you can get discouraged and not stay on track. And so, you know, I try to stay focused on me and my best me. And there are plenty of days I look at myself and go, girl, you are so off track from where, you know, you're trying to be. You say you want to be here, but look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. It's definitely not going to get you there. And so if you really, really, truly stay focused on you and keep your goals about what it is, you know, you're trying to do, why you're doing this, because you want a healthy and fit lifestyle. Maybe you want to be healthier because you have kids and you want to be able to do more things with them, and sort of keep that in mind when those times pop up and you're just feeling discouraged, or you're feeling like you don't want to do anything, or you're feeling like you're not in a supportive environment. Whatever it is, just make sure that you understand your reasoning behind it, and bring that back to the forefront. I actually have reminders on my calendar now that will pop up with certain quotes just to remind me of things sometimes. And we all need that, you know, whether it's notes in a notebook or a journal. Maybe it's your accountability team that's helping you out also. But whatever it is, do not give up on you. So those are the 6 things that I think have helped me sort of stay committed to being healthy and fit, and just sort of changed my whole outlook and made this more about being a lifestyle. So it totally changed my life, and it has really kept me on the path of staying true to what I'm trying to do for me. So I hope those tips were helpful to you. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. If there were any of those that were particularly helpful to you, definitely let me know in the comments. And if you know of something that like totally did it for you, it's like, Sheila, this was the thing that did it for me, that actually said, hey, this is what changed my life around in terms of me being more committed to it. So definitely let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Check out more videos, and I guess I'll see you soon. Stay safe.